and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Commemorative Series Powermaster Optimus Prime with Apex Armor, and I love this toy. Originally released in 1988 as God Ginrai, it was a Japanese exclusive, and I've not been able to find out exactly how much this originally retailed for. However, in 2003, it did get an American release as part of the Commemorative series, and it was a Toys R Us exclusive that retailed for approximately $50. Now, we've already seen Powermaster Optimus Prime, so this is kind of like a part 2 to that video. There are some minor differences with the main toy itself, but we're mostly going to focus on this guy. Just like before, the truck and trailer combination is about 13 inches long. He's about 5 inches tall. But now we've got the addition of this new, what the American release called it the Apex Armor, but in Japan it was called the God Bomber. So during the video I may be going back and forth on that, so if I do, that's the reason why. But the new trailer here itself is approximately 7.5 inches long. It's about 5.5 inches tall. So it gives the combined total length of the trailers here and the truck approximately 20 inches in length, which is massive. This guy is super huge and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. Real quick, just to cover some of the differences with the truck mode, I'm going to go ahead and just pull this guy out. And this guy did make some improvements on the original toy, and kind of like some of my gripes with the original were taken care of here. So now we've got the cab here for the new Commemorative series, or the God Bomber re-release that, and this was the same case with the original Japanese release, by the way. Big difference is that the front of the cab here is now die-cast with real see-through windows, where before this was all plastic and the windows were stickers. So if you can take a look there, you can kind of see right here, you can kind of see through the cab right there. There you go. And it looks just really, really nice. The addition of that die-cast in the front of the truck there makes a huge difference. It makes it look really, really nice. I really love the way that comes out. Unfortunately, American release Commemorative series, we got short stacks there. So, and then one of the other differences, and probably my favorite change here, we'll go ahead and take this gun out real quick so we can see the difference. And there are some differences in the color as well. You can see that the Commemorative series is going to be a little bit darker, more of a silver gray on all the gray parts here. The guns themselves and the trailer, more of a silver looking, where the first release of the Powermaster Prime was more of a gray. Granted, mine is yellowing, but still, even if this was its original gray color, it's a lot lighter gray than this silvery, which looks really, really nice. But I'm going to go ahead and take this gun off as well. So if you remember, one of my gripes with the original one was this, the fact that the fists for the Super Robot mode were showing. Here in the re-release, the Commemorative Series one, they actually made them retractable. And again, this was the same case with the original release. This is not just Commemorative Series. They needed to make these fists retractable to make it work with the Apex Armor. So that really, really does a lot of fixing for the truck itself and for the Super Robot mode. We're going to see that later. So we'll go ahead and get the original guy here out of the way, and we'll focus back on the Commemorative series guy. We'll get this gun back in place. So we're going to go ahead and remove the trailer here and separate these guys. Now this guy is attached to the trailer here via his hitch here, and what you're going to want to do here to get these guys together or to separate them, all you do really is just separate the back of the truck right there. And as you can see, let me open this all the way over so you can see. So you just kind of take these tabs right here and slide them in there, and then just close the two halves in on themselves, and that just holds the trailer. So there you go. We take that guy out of there, get this guy back to normal, and we can take this guy out of the way and check the trailer out here. Now, this trailer does have a hitch, just that almost popped that part up. So this trailer does have a hitch that also works with Prime here, so you can actually hook this guy up. Now, unfortunately, because of the dimensions here, because of how tight that's going to be, he's not going to turn. But at least it's pretty cool that you can actually peg him in there and roll him around like that. It's pretty cool that that works also. So we'll go ahead and pop that guy out, and we're going to focus on the main guy right here. So looking at the trailer itself, taking a closer look here, the trailer was in the Master Force cartoon, which was pretty cool, and it served kind of like a container for the Headmaster Juniors. What they would do, and obviously the proportions are going to be off here, but there was like a door in the back here, and the Headmaster Juniors would drive their vehicles in there, and then there was like a little command station up here that they would sit at, and they could actually drive this was actually like a vehicle that they could also drive around, which was really, really cool. I really like the way that they used this in the cartoon. And as you can go around, it's got a lot of really, really cool detail. A lot of chrome, too. I really like the chrome. The fact that this guy had a lot of chrome, and we'll take a look at that again when we look at the two main primes side by side again. There was some chrome added to this this figure that the original one did not. Makes it look really, really nice. But I really like the way that this trailer looks, and I really like the way that this little cab up here on the front looks with the windows and the lights and all that. Very nice. Now, getting into the transformation. This is really more of a parts former than a transformer, and he is a giant brick. So yeah, but still pretty cool. He's meant to be, more than anything, he is an accessory pack for Powermaster Optimus Prime. So I'm gonna, as you can see, I'm pretty much taking the whole thing apart here. Take the fist. Now, fair warning, real quick, I'm not the original owner of this particular toy, so some of these stickers were placed wrong. For example, the ones here on the wings for the arms, you can see there's a little sticker right there. The actual hole for the gun is here, so this would be the front of the arm. So that sticker should have been here on this side. So some of these stickers are misplaced. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to try and get a set of replacement stickers and fix that myself. So so here we have all the parts of the trailer completely taken apart, and we're going to start back here with this back half of the trailer. You saw that I split that up, and then I'm going to flip them around, and I'm going to reach down here for the feet. Go ahead and just pull those out and stand them up, and that's going to be the legs of the robot right there. Take these two pieces here, set those back. Take these two pieces here. Now, you can leave this out like this, or you can put it in the front when you go to pop it in there. I find that supposedly this is meant to be in there when you combine it. And I don't know if maybe this is a difference with the Commemorative series as opposed to the original. I find that it puts a lot of force and a lot of pressure when I leave that in there. So a lot of times I prefer to just leave it out, just because I don't want to put any unnecessary force on these plastic toys. Reach in here, pop the head out for God Bomber, and then we're just going to clip these guys together right there and right there. And then we're going to take these two pegs right here, and we're going to peg them into the legs right there. And already you can see this guy's starting to get pretty tall, so we're gonna have to adjust our camera right here. Now the wings and the arms are pretty cool. I really like the way these guys look. And again, let me see, these are gonna be on that side because the stickers are wrong. And then on this side we're gonna take this wing right here. I'm gonna have the side with the stickers out. So we've got a peg and we've got a port on each side of the wing. So the peg's gonna go into the side of the arm, or the torso rather, and then the arm is going to peg into the other side of the wing, just like so. Same thing on this side. This makes a very good looking robot, and again, granted, he is a brick. He's going to have little to no articulation, but finally, you're going to take the gun right here. One difference between the original and the reissue, because this is a reissue, it's got the longer missile, where on the original, the head of the missile would actually be right here. So we're going to take this guy. There's a port right up here at the top of the shoulder. Plug that guy in right there. And there is, I don't know what this guy was called in the Japanese. God Bomber was the combined form when he combines with Prime. That was God Bomber. I don't really remember what they called this guy just by himself. But there you go. The Apex Armor, or the God Bomber, in his robot mode. There you go. Actually, no, I'm incorrect. I misspoke. God Bomber is his name. That was his name in the Japanese in Master Force. God Ginrai is the combined form of all of them together. So yeah, I misspoke. So this is God Bomber. There you go. There's God Bomber in robot mode. And as you can see, very cool looking robot. Again, little to no articulation. The arms, because they are on pegs, you can move them forward and backwards. And that's gonna be about it. He's not gonna do much. Now you can take one of the prime guns. You can give him a prime gun to hold. There you go. And that's what it's gonna look like right there. So it's a good looking robot. I really like the way he looks, but again, he doesn't do much, and he is a parts former. So as you're playing with him, parts are going to fall off of him. So what are you going to do? So there he is. There's God Bomber in robot mode. And quick comparison, just so you can see what he looks like next to Prime. He's almost the same size as Prime, which is really cool. I really like that. I like the fact that in one set, you can get two robots this big. That's pretty cool right there. I love that. This is all just part of one set. I mean, it's just incredible to me that you get this much toy out of that set. Very cool. Really quick, before we move on, let's set God Bomber aside. We'll bring in the original Prime, or Powermaster Prime, one more time, just so you can see what these guys look like side by side. I'll take the guns off real quick so you can see the arms. The major difference here is going to be the arms, and the fact that they actually gave him the retractable fist right here. They did, in fact, remold the arms some. So where the inside of the arms for the original Prime were flat, he's got a little more like bulked out or rounded off, rather, more symmetrical arms. They're remolded. They look nicer. The elbows are remolded. The entire arms have been remolded. They're molded better. They're more cartoon accurate. They're just a little longer, and then the addition of the extending fist makes the entire arm a little longer too. So it actually makes them a little better proportionate than this guy was. This guy's arms look kind of like T-Rexy, very short and stumpy. This guy's arms are a little more proportionate, so it does look better overall in this commemorative series. I really like it a lot. I really do wish, if I could change one thing, I wish they would have added an elbow. It looks like it's molded in a way where they could have easily done that, but they didn't, and that I find is a bit of a shame. So there you go. We'll give this guy his gun back and set him off to the side, and we're not going to give you your gun back because we're going to get ready for the combination. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the guns off. We're going to take the shoulder cannons off and set them aside, and Prime is now ready for combination. We're going to take God Bomber, and we're going to take him completely apart one more time. Again, parts former, you have to take them completely apart to do anything with them. Take the back part off. We're going to put the head of God Bomber away, and we're all set. We're going to start right here with the legs, put away the feet, and we're going to bring these guys, we're going to set them to the front just like this. Now, these guys are going to clip into the bottom of the legs right here, and they can get a little tricky, but you can see that there are, let's see, how can I show this? All right, so I've got I got two pegs here and here. This thing's going to get huge too. I don't even know how I'm going to show this in camera. So this peg is going to line up right here on this back corner, and then this peg here is going to line up here in the front. So we're going to want to pop those just like so. Easier done than said. Trying to explain it is kind of difficult, but doing it is just real easy. And again, we just line this guy up there and that guy there. There you go. That's going to be his feet right there. And then we're going to take the guns that were his shoulder guns originally, and there are a set of holes. Now, take note of which holes you're putting them in, because here you've got these two holes that don't line up. There's a hole in a peg, with the peg being on the right side, and then over here a hole in peg with the peg also being on the right side, but that makes it so that this peg is towards the back and this peg is towards the front. So you don't want to go on these holes, they won't line up together. You want to go on that hole that's right above it. So you're going to want to pop that in there and there. And originally I didn't really cared for the way the putting those guns on the feet like that, but then later, once I got the toy in hand and I saw how it works, it really does make sense for those to be there. Take the arms for God Ginrai here and slide them in. We're going to take, let's see, what are we going to do next? Okay, let's go right here to the back. We're going to take this part and pull it up, and then we're going to take what was the chest of the robot. There's these pegs right here. We're going to peg them into the back of the trailer here where the guns were stored earlier, and that just pops in right there. Bring this guy down just like so. We're going to take our wings, and our wings are going to peg in right here on the sides of the chest just like so. And this is another thing that I wish I could change, is have bigger wings for this guy. These wings look great for the trailer and the in the God Bomber robot, but on the Super God Ginrai combination, they look a little small. I kind of wish we could get a little bigger wings there. Once again, we're going to take our hands, and we're going to pop these guys in with the same pegs that we used for the God Bomber robot, and we're going to peg them into where our original shoulder guns were. And again, this is why the fists have to be retracted, because they're not going to fit in there. So go ahead and pop those guys in there. Just like so. You can kind of bring these down to halfway, and that'll help you line up the arms, just like so. Now we're going to take our chest piece right here, and just set this guy off to the front like that. And these guys are going to slide through, and it's going to peg in place. Just like that. That's going to pop into place, and then you bring this guy all the way down and back like so. Make sure that this is, yep, that's in place good. And then finally, and I can't even see this anymore, we're going to take the gun, and there is a peg on the side of the gun right here that's going to peg into the front of the, I guess that's the shoulder. So we're going to peg that right in the front of the shoulder, just like so. It's going to wrap around Prime's head, and now we have to back up really, really far. And we had to back up a lot for this guy. But here is Optimus Prime, Powermaster Optimus Prime, with his Apex armor, or God Ginrai, and he looks awesome. Here in combined mode, he is approximately 12 inches tall. This guy is absolutely massive. And just for comparison, here he is one more time with Powermaster Optimus Prime in his regular form. And as you can see, originally his top of his head comes out to about right at his shoulder, or right at his tricep rather, where the tricep would be. So he gained quite a bit of height, and he looks absolutely incredible. I really like it a lot. You can bring in the guns and just give him his guns if you want, one or both, up to you. And I just really love the way this looks. The articulation on this guy does not change. It's got the exact same articulation that he had in his original form, which is pretty much just the shoulders rotation and a little bit of in and out due to transformation. That's going to be about it. You can bring the legs out if you want. And I've seen that a lot of people do this. A lot of people open them up like that to pose them. Me, personally, I don't like the way that looks. I think it's a little too far spread. If there was like maybe a halfway point between those clicks, something like that, that I think would look cool. In fact, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that myself. It's probably not going to hold. It's going to snap back at some point. Let's not tempt fate, but there you go. So yeah, Powermaster Optimus Prime with the Apex armor. I really, really love that. I'm really, really happy that I got this set. It's a great addition. It's a great upgrade to this guy right here, and they just really look so cool together side by side on the shelf. I'm just really, really happy to have them both. So I think with that, we're pretty much done with the commemorative series, Powermaster Optimus Prime with Apex armor, or God Ginrai. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.